Sounds good. Good evening, everybody. I'm Sandy Root. I'm here in sunny Miami Beach. Turned into summer this week, actually, here. Yeah, I'll share my experience so far. I've been with this product I'm on my second month of what's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, where we have power shakes and drinking 2 of those a day as meal replacements and some other products in there, which we'll get into. But I'm in my second month, and I started it because one of my friends who does these live broadcasts a few times a week brought on my sponsor, who's named Stephanie, who's on a little retreat right now, and she hooked me up with Rachel to team up with, and so I've been getting to know Rachel and her story, an amazing journey with this as well. And my friend, what really made me want to start to do this was he mentioned this product, Reagan, which a lot of people use, this protein powder. And he mentioned how he realized that it has so much glyphosate in it, which we'll talk more about glyphosate as we go through the hour here. And I had been using Reagan in smoothies every morning for a long time. And I was like, what? And I've always been very organic, healthy eating. And I always knew that a lot of times organic labeled things aren't truly organic or have these GMO products in them. So when I realized how much glyphosate is in Reagan, I stopped using it immediately. I had just bought a new bottle and I'm like, I can't touch it anymore. And I ordered the Purium, more to see just what it would do, because I know, even though I've been eating healthy and organic for many years, that, you know, I'm sure I could feel even more amazing, you know, so as I said, I'm in my second month of it, and for me, it gave me a lot more energy. And I've always been one of those people that's sluggish in the morning when I get up, like I'll hit snooze for 1,000 times. But within a week or two, I noticed the alarm would go off, I would be up, like, oh, I'm ready to go. And it was such a new feeling for me because I never felt like that in my life. So that's amazing. And also something that I was hoping for that my friend told me about is it cleared his brain fog. I was feeling like a lot of, you know, I was forgetting things, and from a minute ago, I'd be like, what was I just thinking of? And I feel that is lifted. I'm much more focused and clear-minded. And yeah, just my energy is really amazing. Even if some nights I'm not getting enough sleep that I normally need, I feel good throughout the day. I don't get that afternoon slump where it's like it's just my energy is good all day long. And yeah, so it's been great. And I started sharing it with some of my patients. I don't think I mentioned I'm an acupuncturist here. So it's something that really excited me about it too, was being able to share this with patients who are having chronic issues, autoimmune disorders, because when I heard a lot from Rachel's story, I'm like, oh my God, I can help so many patients with this who, you know, aren't eating proper foods to heal themselves. Because once we clear the glyphosate, once we're infusing our body and our cells with all these superfoods, our body can start to heal. And that's, most people can heal by just changing their nutrition is a big factor. So a couple of my patients have joined me. One's on her first month of the cleanse, and a couple of my friends started doing it with me. So it's been an amazing journey already in just less than 2 months, being able to share this and seeing people transform, and being with all of you and watching your transformations as well, those that I've seen on other calls here as well. So yeah, start with that.
What an amazing story, Sandy. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, and all of you can follow Sandy also. She has a beautiful Instagram too. She's very informative and educational on Instagram as well. So Sandy Roots, you can put in her Instagram handle there. Yeah, thank you for inviting us all to this Zoom, and inviting us all to be here. And I really, I appreciate your story so much. People underestimate the problem with glyphosate. And in a little while later, when Reagan joins us, she's going to share her incredible glyphosate story. It's insane. Like, I had no idea. I know that glyphosate is toxic, but because it's sprayed on food, so just for those who don't know, glyphosate is an herbicide. It's Roundup. It's what is sprayed on the fields to kill weeds. Anything that's genetically modified has Roundup sprayed on it. Genetically modified or plants are modified in their genes to resist poison, to resist this poison from killing them. So they're like these super plants, right? So now we're not just eating the glyphosate that's on the plant. Imagine how much glyphosate's on these plants if it's killing weeds. Now we're also eating these genetically modified plants. We're eating both of those things. And glyphosate wreaks havoc on the gut. Literally destroys the gut. Okay, so it kills all the little good bacteria, just like it kills herbs and pesticide. I mean, kills plants and weeds and things like that. It also kills all the microbiome of the soil and of our gut, which, by the way, makes us more prone towards, guess what? COVID. All right. So they've been linking COVID health issues also to problems with the gut. And so one of the ways to help prevent and help with, recover from COVID is by addressing this gut issue so that you absorb more nutrients. The point is if you can transform the gut, if you can clean the glyphosate out of the gut, and if you can regrow the villi back in the gut, then you can absorb more nutrients. And then if you can restore the flora and fauna, all the different microbes of the gut, now you've got a healthy functioning gut again. Well, guess what? Biomedic, which is part of the 30-day transformation, is what does that. Is the only product on the market that we know of so far that actually removes glyphosate. So there's other products on the market that'll say, restores gut health, blah, 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 blah. But as far as removing glyphosate, this actually does it. When you hear Reagan's story, it's going to blow your mind. So this is the Biomedic right here. This is part of the whole 30-day pack. But I'm going to go ahead and share my story. Yeah, pretty amazing. That was a direct message to me from Amy. She's impressed. So I'm going to go ahead and share my story. I was struggling with Hashimoto's autoimmune disorder of the thyroid for about 9 years. And I was, pretty fatigued, to say the least. I mean, it's kind of hard to even explain just exactly how fatigued I was. It was just needing to nap all the time. I couldn't even function. I was a wedding photographer. I had to lean on people. I hired friends to make sure that I would wake up. I'm like, okay, please come with me to this wedding so that if I fall asleep, you can wake me up and I can now go shoot. And I had people, I've actually fallen asleep at weddings that I was working at. So it was pretty embarrassing. And I also just couldn't function. I just couldn't really talk to people because I had so much brain fog. I would literally forget what I was saying mid-sentence. And it was like I was really stoned. I just kind of felt like I just can't even have this conversation. It was just awkward and frustrating and embarrassing. And then I just was not very great girlfriend. I just, I had a nice partner who was accepting of me at the time, but I was really struggling with my health. So it was really, I was a hot mess. Turning away work, I could barely work. I was down to working about one wedding a month. That was about all I could handle. And I had to do that wedding just to make sure that I had enough money to pay the bills. So I did it. But I was more and more looking at, what's my old age going to be like? I might end up living in my car. I might end up living, being homeless and not having any way to take care of myself or make money for myself. And I was really looking at a bleak future. It did not look good, you guys and gaias. Did not look good. The future, it was like, I was wishing that my future was so bright I could wear shades, but now it is. So long story short is I did this ultimate lifestyle transformation. And basically, so I went from adrenal fatigue, brain fog, crazy bloating, my digestion was off. I was freezing because I had a Hashimoto's, a thyroid condition, right? So I was also really cold all the time. So I had trouble regulating my temperature and I had trouble sleeping through the night. I would also wake up several times through the night. I would wake up at 3 and then at 5 and then at 6 and then that was it. I couldn't go back to sleep. It's now I'm up, I'm tired, I didn't sleep and I can't sleep and now I'm up. Now I'm start the day again, I'm exhausted, right? So start every morning up exhausted and then just rough night of sleep. And so I was 42 at the time. And luckily I found this whole ultimate lifestyle transformation. Somebody was sharing their story on Facebook and I said, I need that. And so I got it. And I'm going to go over the products in a little bit, what this 30-day is. But long story short is I got well. Just to say that, right? 7 days into the transformation, there's 3 phases of transformation. Phase 1 is just preparing your body for an acceleration, just preparing your body, getting these nutrients, these superfoods into your body once a day, every day for 10 days. Phase 2 is you're bringing this into your body 3 times a day, and that's like a cleanse, like a 10-day cleanse. Phase 3, sorry, that was phase 2. And then phase 3 is the lifestyle, where you're just incorporating this into your body twice a day. And then you're eating the whole time too. You're eating like clean and green, just healthy, lots of greens, lots of produce, lots of healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables, a lot of, and you can have like whole grain, you can have like brown rice and like quinoa, and we have some recipes, there's some great lifestyle meals. But 7 days in, my brain fog lifted. 7 days into the acceleration, the cleanse, right? My brain fog was gone. My fatigue was gone. I had so much energy. I just had to move, like ridiculous amounts of energy, to the point that I wanted to go to the gym. And prior to that, I thought gym people were crazy. I was like, why would anyone go torture themselves at the gym? That's just the most exhausting, god awful practice in the world. But now suddenly I just wanted to. So I naturally was motivated to start working out. And so I got all this energy, and after a little while, someone suggested I compete. And so I got into bodybuilding. So I was already doing bodybuilding. I was already like at the gym working out, but then all of a sudden I was just really like, I went for this competition. I won first place. So I went from napping all the time, exhausted, to perfect, amazing sleep, amazing digestion and bowel movements. All right, let's just be real. Okay, all that is important because that gave me my brain back, right? The gut-brain connection. You hear a lot these days that the gut is our second brain. And it's really true. Our gut is where serotonin is made. And if we have proper digestion, it can boost our mood. So just proper digestion, detoxing, this whole program is really designed to detox and nourish. That's pretty much all you need to know. This detoxes and nourishes. So if you just detox and nourish the body is smart. It knows what to do. It will start to give you your life back. And that's what I experienced. So now I kind of thought this was too good to be true. I was like, okay, after a while, my health is going to go back to, like I'm going to be feeling like crap again pretty soon. And the really interesting thing is I stayed, I knew I loved the nutrition. I had also studied Ayurvedic medicine and nutrition. So I knew that I loved all the different herbs and things that were also in these products. But what I didn't know was that I was going to stay healthy until now. It's been 6 years since I started. And I literally have been using the shakes every day. I've been doing the power shake, which has spirulina. This has all kinds of really amazing superfoods in it. Alfalfa leaf powder, rice bran solubles. There's another shake called the Love Super Meal Shake, stands for Live Organic Vegan. This has like mushrooms and rhodiola, eleuthero root, ginseng. So I'm just saying this in case all of you are kind of, knowledgeable the way Sandy is, because she's got a lot of info over there as an acupuncturist. So these are just a lot of good things that are in here that are helpful for adrenal support, helpful for hormone balance, and just amazing for detoxing the system and giving you energy. Just like helps clean out the liver. This is basically a liver cleanse. It's going to clean out the liver, and it's going to help your body move more efficiently. So blood won't be sticky. Blood will start moving more smoothly through everything. Everything in the body starts to function better, and the liver can then do its 2000 processes. So I talked about the power shake. This is, the power shake. You get 4 of these, right? 4 of these. Get a lot of shake. And this is one of the core 4. So the core 4 stands for 4 basic things. You're also going to have the apothecary juice. So those are your vegetables. These are your fruits. And she's drinking it right now. Look at Sandy. She's got her green drink. And then the apothecary juice, I take at night. This helps with really deep sleep. You can also take it in the morning. for really great poop. Okay, let's just be real. So anyway, but it'll do both either way. So this is really amazing, has naturally occurring melatonin. It's the highest antioxidant fruit in the world, tart cherries. This is concentrated. Take 2 tablespoons at night. It tastes great. I drink it in a wine glass and I put hot water in there and it's like a little evening drink, you know? It's like get my groove on at night. I already showed you the Biometic. And one of the things I also want to point out is all of our amazing packaging is all sustainable, compostable packaging. Even though it's silver, this is actually compostable. It's made from hemp and bamboo. I don't know how they make it silver, but it composts really fast in your compost, but not in your cabinet. But we've just changed. We've made a commitment to a plastic-free products line. So we've been getting rid of the plastic. Previously, things came in the bottles, but now we have eliminated bottles. This is the last thing that we're phasing out is the bottle for the super aminos. But this super aminos 23, oh my God, who can't live without their super aminos? I'm just curious, does anybody here love coffee? Is anybody here like, maybe not love coffee, but like I'm kind of hooked on coffee. Like I can't imagine life without coffee. Like coffee's my jam. Like coffee's what wakes me up in the morning. Like I can't get up unless I know there's coffee in the morning. Like if you're one of those people, okay, coffee addict, here we go. True confessions. So this Super Aminos 23 is plant-based protein. Okay, this is already broken down into the aminos, which are the basic building blocks of protein. It's a patented formula. It's very unique and it's hospital grade. This actually gives you so much energy, natural energy, without the toxins that come with animal products. It doesn't have any, it doesn't cause acidity in the body. It doesn't give you a bunch of toxins that your liver and your kidney have to process. This is going to give your liver and your kidney, your livery and your kidney a break. All right. So this is going to be something you're going to be taking throughout the process. You're going to get 2 of these bottles. And gosh, I love these. This has blown my mind how much energy I had. Athletes take it. I take this now that I'm a bodybuilder. I take this, you know, always like 23 minutes before my workout. See that number 23? It takes 23 minutes because it's already pre-digested. So again, it doesn't have to go through the liver and kidney. It goes right into your lymph in 23 minutes and your muscles are activated. So this will be surprising. Okay, Sandy, you're going to have to tell your coffee story. Let's just go for it. And then we finish this.
It reminded me of other things too. I mean,
yes, go for it. Tell us.
Your story alone with the, you know, I have a lot of patients with thyroid issues. And so for me, I'm always wary of what products to give people with thyroid, and knowing that this can help was like, it opened a whole nother world to me. So, and adrenal fatigue, a lot of patients with that. But I was a coffee drinker, and then I transitioned to matcha tea, but then I'd get my coffee cravings, and sometimes I could sometimes be doing 2-3 cups a day. And as soon as I got the first one, I'm like, my first order of the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation, I'm like, I'm just going to stop. I'm going to see what this kit does. And I've maybe had 2 coffees, you know, like just with a friend, like, okay, let's go have a coffee. But it's not like that, oh, I need a coffee feeling anymore. Like I can enjoy one and then let it go if I want to just have one. And awesome. One thing that was a concern for me, a lot of people use this for weight loss. And obviously I don't need to lose weight. So that was one of my concerns. If anybody has, you know, people that are concerned about, is it going to make me lose a lot of weight? Taking the aminos was a big thing for me, because I lean towards veganism. I'll have meat once in a while, and I lose weight easily, and I work out a lot, like every day almost. So I was concerned about doing this and losing weight, but with the aminos and I mean everything, it's also nourishing, that if you don't want to lose weight, you can also, you're eating a meal a day, you have your snacks, so you can also use those to keep your weight on too, if that's a concern for you. So
builds lean muscle.
Found that it's great for people who want to keep their weight or lose weight, and so that's great because everybody can use it, you know.
Yeah.
Just tweak it to how you need it to be for you. So,
yeah, I mean the super aminos are amazing because they give you a steady energy. It's like really, really steady energy throughout the day. And so you just feel like you have everything you need and there's no dips. Like if people who drink coffee or sugar in their day, it causes this, like there's like a crash at a certain point, and there's also sometimes like a sudden hunger, like, oh my God, I'm starving all of a sudden, like, and you feel like you need to have food or you're just gonna die, right? So that comes from having coffee and or sugar. They both have that same effect, and this steadies it. This really causes like a steadiness throughout the day. I couldn't really believe it. So here I am, I'm 6 years later. None of my symptoms have returned from having Hashimoto's for 9 years. None of my symptoms have ever returned. And let me tell you, before I started, I tried everything under the sun. I tried everything. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to, I tried the vegan diet. I tried the paleo diet. I tried, bone broth. I tried no bone broth. I tried, macro diets. I mean, I was just like, something helped me, but nothing really did. And I was already eating tons of superfoods. But like Sandy says, not all superfoods are created equal. And the company is very pure quality. The ethics of the company can be summarized like this. The founder of the company, David Sandoval and Amy Venner, the founders, they lobbied to get us the USDA organic food label like 30 years ago, however long ago that was. That's where their heart is. So this is where this company comes from people like that. People who care enough to lobby the government and get the USDA organic food label to make sure that everything is labeled organic, that is organic, so that people don't buy food that is toxic. That's what goes on here. So we have layers of testing, like many levels of testing, but 3 basic ones. And so we make sure that everything is genetically what it says it's going to be. And we make sure that there's no toxins or metals or pesticides or herbicides in any of the products. So we batch test everything. We make sure that it's totally pure. So basically, the last thing in the ultimate lifestyle transformation is the super cleanser herbs. So let me just summarize. We've got our fruits, we've got our fruits in the apothecary juice, the vegetables in the shake. This is like 12 salads right here. One serving is like 12 salads. Who eats 12 salads in a day? Anybody? Could anybody possibly eat 12 salads? It's like, to get the amount of nutrients that you have in one shake is just, you'd be eating a lot. Your jaws will be tired. Super cleanser herb is awesome. These are herbs that help make things go when you're on the cleanse. So this makes sure that you're really getting all the toxins out of your gut and healthy for repair. And this also gently kills parasites. So anybody who eats pork or who eats sushi or handles money, even if you just touch money, you're getting parasites from just the little things throughout the day. Although everyone these days is like constantly sterilizing their hands. So maybe everyone's fine these days. I don't know. You're like constantly over there with the little sterilizer. But pork, even when you cook it, it doesn't kill the parasites. Pork has like an enormous amount of parasites. So it's just something to consider. You think you're eating bacon, you're like, oh wow, this is totally fried and cooked and hot oil. Well, parasites can live through that. It's kind of amazing. So it's important to gently get rid of those things. So this is going to help. You're going to take those for 10 days. 20 days later, like Sandy, she's doing the ultimate lifestyle transformation 2 months in a row. If you get these again, you want to wait 20 days because the first time you take them, it kills everything that's alive, all the parasites that are alive. 20 days later, all the eggs have hatched, and then you kill that round, and that's how you get rid of all the parasites. 2 rounds, 20 days apart. So with that said, I see that Reagan has joined us. She has another amazing story, and I just want to say that Reagan's just a total sweetheart, a mom, and she has she was the one I was mentioning earlier who has a glyphosate story. But anyway, thank you for joining us, Reagan. I'm eager to hear your stories. It's really powerful and transformative.
Hi, thanks, Rachel. I'm excited to be on. Yeah, so I was about 8 months postpartum and really struggling with postpartum anxiety, depression, but mostly postpartum rage and brain fog. Like I'd have conversations with people and not remember what we talked about. And I'd read a book and I'd have to keep rereading the same page over and over again because I couldn't remember what I read. Um, and the rage, I was like screaming at my baby, my husband, and I felt awful about it, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Like I just felt so depleted. So my friend Noea was like, "Hey, I've been working with this company for a long time. I think you should try it out." And at that point I was desperate. I was like, "Sure, like sign me up, send me the biomedic." And within 2 weeks of taking it one capsule a day, twice a day, I couldn't sleep through the night and I couldn't figure out what it was, but I was taking Biomedic in the evening and it was giving me too much energy because it was cleansing glyphosate out of my body and like made me feel more energized. And I stopped screaming at my baby so much. And I was finally able to read a book and remember what I was reading about. And that was so cool because I love reading it and it had been years and years. So I didn't realize how much glyphosate had just like overtaken my brain. And then in June, I did a breastfeeding protocol with the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. So you just don't take the super cleanser, but you do everything else the same way. And then you just make sure that you maintain calories. And that was like, I felt so good. Like, just felt like sunshine was like coursing through my veins. And it was awesome because I was like cooking more and like my baby loves Power Shake. It's he gets mad if I don't share it with him now. So I have to like hide myself in another room or make him one. So now we just order more Power Shake for him. But it makes us all happier. And I've got like my mental clarity has never been better. And like I cannot, if I go a couple days without Biomedic, I recognize that my anxiety and my rage are harder to handle. So that for me is like these products have become non-negotiable because I now know what it feels like to be healthy and to be like completely nourished compared to feeling depleted all the time. Anyway, I just really love everything that it's done for me. So that's why I'm excited to share it with everyone that I can.
That's so awesome. Thank you, Reagan. I was so happy
Yeah.
when you joined. Yay. What an amazing story. You know, like a lot of people don't really share their emotional journey, but that's true. Like I was definitely cranky pants. And so this made me a much nicer partner. So can anybody else relate to cranky pants and just like feeling like once they, you know, did the transformation, like things seem to shift. So yeah, it's just an amazing experience. And one of my girlfriends actually said that she stopped yelling at her kid and she asked her kid, have you noticed any changes? And he said, well, you don't yell anymore. You don't yell at us anymore. So, you know, it's a real thing. You know, I have compassion for moms who are just like postpartum and you're like still trying to just, you know, you haven't had a break yet. So this is consider this a vacation. Okay. Call it the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Vacation. Hey, let's change the name of this. The Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Vacation. Forever, like the forever vacation away from mood swings, the forever vacation away from exhaustion, the forever vacation away from, you know what, it's also a vacation from the kitchen because quite honestly, these are going to be 60 of your meals in 2 months. I mean, in 1 month. There's 60 of your meals in a month. So it's like 2 meals a day for 30 days. You can replace meals with this. If you get hungry, you just eat more. It doesn't matter. You can have food too. This is just going to flood your body with nutrients and help you detox at a cellular level, nutrify and nourish at a cellular level. I'm curious if anybody has had any savings. If you just type in the chat, do you feel like you've saved money by using these products? And I'll tell you my story that when I did this, I noticed I saved about $300 in groceries because that's how many meals I wasn't eating. That's how many snacks I was no longer having. I wasn't going and buying hot drinks. I was actually saving a lot of money. So, and I also wasn't eating out. So this was like committed me to eating in. And for $2.50, you can have a meal, less than $2.50, you can have a meal that has like 36 organic vegetables and fiber and omega-3s and, you know, protein of 3 eggs. So this is definitely a way to nutrify, nourish, and take a break. So this can actually save you time in the day as well. If you're a foodie and you love to cook, we'll give you recipes and we'll make it fun and interesting. And you can like make it as complicated as you want. Those of you who could like use a little break and it's like, well, I'd like to have a little more time to do other things, you're gonna love this. So it comes out to be about $11 a day. So that's for 2 meals a day. If you're in Canada, it's $16 a day, Canadian dollars. But it's in the US, it's $11 a day. And for 2 meals a day, including all of your yummy things, all of your little things like your nightcap, your sleep aid, your protein, your cleansing herbs, and your Biomedic, your probiotics. So all of your supplements, it's all included. And so whoever invited you has a discount code. You know, probably Sandy invited some of you. most of you. And she'll share her gift code with you, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about how you can get this. You're going to get $100 off with her code, or whoever invited you, you're going to get $100 off with their code. It's normally $429, so it's going to be $329, so $11 a day for 30 days. And I'm just curious, who's actually, so a lot of you have done this, but who's actually not done this, who's interested in doing it? I'm just curious if there's anyone here who has not done this before. Just drop me a 1 in the comments, or just say something about it. Okay, Donna, you're getting ready, huh? You're just getting started. Woo, yay, good job. And user has user, I don't know if your name is, I forget your name was like, I had a different name, it started with an M. I remember, I think the last name was Khalid. Oh, I'm so good. I won the prize. All right. So, all right, awesome. And I'm just curious, if you can imagine any friends that you might want to bring with you who would like to use this with you. Is there anybody you can think of who would love to transform with you, or somebody you would love to have do this with you? So you have some support, like a husband or a parent or a child or a friend. There's a way. Yes, your hubby. Okay, awesome. Yay. So I hope your hubby does this with you. It's really transformative for couples, because when one couple changes, the other one gets jealous. And so you might as well just take them along with you. Take them along for the ride and do it together, so you both save money. You can save money. Like, I saved $300. Anybody else? Has anyone else experienced saving money doing this program? If you have, drop me a 2 or drop me a number. If you feel like you've saved money. Okay, thank you. All right, awesome. Okay, good. So many people. Yeah, it's a true way to save money. It's like, people aren't used to buying their groceries up front. But if you think like, I'm buying all my groceries right now for the month, like at least 60 meals, then you know that this $329 is actually not so bad. All right. The other thing too is, if you have a few friends who could do this with you, you can also get your products paid for. So it's really nice to get the support of friends and do it with friends, but you can also share this with them, and you can get you can be an affiliate and get a kickback and get 20% back. So if this is something that interests you, let Sandy know. If you're her guest, or whoever invited you, let them know if you're their guest. There's a place you can buy on the website. If you want to just do it and experience it as a customer, you're going to go to ishopPurium.com. And if you want to experience it as an affiliate and be able to share this and have your own code to pass a discount on, you're going to go to isharepurium.com. So there's ishopPurium.com if you're a customer, and there's isharepurium.com if you're a brand partner. If you want to become an affiliate / brand partner, we call it brand partner. So you'll be partnering with us. So those of us who are on the team, we're going to embrace you and bring you in and support you and show you how to do this, so that you can save, help people, save people from themselves. One thing I forgot to mention is how awesome it is that this cups cravings. So you're going to have an amazing, amazing experience having cravings subside. Who would love that? Cravings subsiding, would that help anybody? The craving subsiding, is that going to make a difference in anybody's lives? It's going to really help you change habits. Once you, thank you, Yusuf. So you're gonna suddenly have this amazing shift where cravings are going to subside. I've seen people even quit smoking on this. I find that amazing. I've had several friends. One of my friends' husbands quit smoking after smoking for like 40 years, and it's just amazing what it does, because it gets rid of it balances the sugar craving, because your liver is supported. And when your body's alkaline, you don't crave so much. So this is going to really support that lifestyle of no craving. All right. So you don't have to babble yourself going, don't eat that box of cookies, because you're going to say, hey, I don't care. Come on over. See if I'm going to eat you. Okay. And you're going to be like, no, I got this. So anyway, it's going to be easy. With that said, I also want to mention the smart order. So I have a monthly order. I've been on this smart order for 6 years with the core 4. So remember I said I thought I didn't think it was gonna last. Well, it's lasted 6 years because I've been doing the general daily maintenance. It's really important to detox and nourish every day. So the 4 things that you're gonna get monthly is the daily core 4. So you get a shake, you're gonna get 2 of these shakes, you're gonna have apothecary juice in the shake, and you're gonna have the biomedic, the super aminos and the biomedic. that's going to be your daily core 4. This is how you're going, all those results, after all that effort you put in for 30 days, you're going to get to keep those results. You get to keep those results by hanging on to this nutrition every day, clearing the slate, keeping all of that glyphosate out of your body, and you're going to feel amazing. So this is what I recommend, is to have a smart order for the daily core 4. You'll get 200 free rewards points. So free rewards points for shopping. So that's kind of like how rewards points work for the airplanes. You can get a free ride, right? So when you order with a smart order, you get 200 free points, and your next order is going to be double points. So every time you order from now on, you're going to get $2 for 2 points for every $1 you spend, so that you can start buying free product with those free points. So I recommend the smart order. This is really meant to be done for 90 days. If you do this for 90 days, and I mean like the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation Pack, and then maybe you go down to the Core 4, which is $189 a month, okay, $6 a day. So if you get the daily Core 4 for $189 a month, which is $6 a day, then you can continue and stay on this. And once you get through 90 days, you'll notice the adiponectin hormone kicks in. So I lost 25 pounds, and the adiponectin hormone is a skinny hormone. So this is what it does. It just reignites your adiponectin. It keeps that steady, so that after 90 days, your body's now like metabolism changed. It's like you're back to normal, back to when you're 20 or whatever. So things shift. So if you're like me in my 40s, I was like, okay, this weight's not coming up. It's a little bit stubborn. I want you to know that this helps balance weight. And when I say balance, I mean if people are underweight, it's going to also help them gain weight back. And if they're overweight, it's going to help lose weight. So you haven't had any more intense dreams. So with that, I'm actually going to close the recording, but I am going to leave it open for question and answer, because I'm sure that probably people have some questions. So for those of you who are watching the replay, thank you for coming, and get with the person who invited you, and you will have a great experience. And we have a support group. We have a support page and a support group. We have a website that has recipes and all different kinds of ideas. You can look at the schedule on there. It's really easy to do. It's easier than you think. If you're like, I'm really busy, I don't have the time to do this, think this. I'm really busy, and this is going to save me time. Okay. So if you're busy, this is a time saver. Just remember that.
I'd love to go on, talk about that part.
Yes.
Because my practice is very busy, and I've never been a person that likes to cook. Like, I'm like, somebody do it for me, and whatever, or I'll order out. But this is like, I take my shakes to work, and it's like, I don't have to think about it. And it's amazing. And I can cook my meal for the week that lasts, the one meal for 5 days. And it's for me, it's like a huge relief. And I wanted to touch a bit on the emotional aspect before. Thank you, Reagan, for your story and sharing that, because we know that physical and mental, it all goes together. At least in my acupuncture world, I treat emotion and physical, because emotions create physical things in the body. Physical, it's like a vicious cycle. So it's so important that, I notice for myself, I tend to get anxious. And for this, I'm calm. I'm like in flow. I'm like, whatever, trust the universe, much more calmer. And not, with the gut is connected to our emotions. So when we're cleaning the gut and cleaning the glyphosate out, there's so much more peace. And thank you for bringing that up, because the emotional aspect is huge. So thank you all for coming. And we'll
thank y'all for coming. And I'm here. I'll just go ahead and end this. And I want to thank you too, Sandy, for having this event and just really inviting us all to be here. I appreciate it so much. So I'm going to go ahead and close the recording, but I'm going to open it to questions.